morning, everyone, and welcome to Tallinn, Estonia, for the first Eurotour of the season. We have reached the last 16 players, and today we will find out who will win the Eurotour Tallinn Open. Our first match for today will be Eurotour ranking number 3, Daniel Maciol from Poland, and Estonia's local star, MAGI. They are playing 9-ball, a race to 9, alternating the breaks and a 3-point kitchen rule. 9-ball is wrecked on the spot. They already lagged before the match, so that's how we missed finding out who was going to start. And a pretty decent break to start off with, making 2 balls on the break. Does have a shot on the 3-ball. It's a thin one, but comes with a big reward if he goes for it. A little rub off the 4, but nicely done. Daniel Maciol will reach the last 16 with wins over Masha Zarif, Ugur Turku, Stanislav Sayov and Yuma Dörner. And MAGI, who beat Garrett Esprit, Kestutis Sadaikis, Jokubas Silanchevas, Dennis Grabe and Mohamed Soufi. Both gentlemen have lost one match in the double elimination phase, but still managed to get to the last 16, and that's what it's all about. And he's looking pretty comfortable to get the first game on the board. It's always a nice confidence boost to start off with a break and run. And I believe MAGI beat Mohamed Soufi 9-1 yesterday. The match only took 36 minutes, so I'm expecting big firework from both players. Actually, Daniel and Mark play at a high pace. MAGI, who hasn't really been playing many events in the last couple years, just randomly felt like playing the tournament here, the Eurotour, to then find himself in the last 16. He was quite happy about this feat. On the other side, Daniel Maciol, a regular on the Eurotour, has been growing his game the last couple of years. He's been becoming quite a known name in the pool world. Let's see what he can do on the break. Quite fortunate to make the 6 in the corner. But either way, no shot on the 1. So he's going to play a push to a jump. Daniel, who does have quite an aggressive style in general, is not shy to shoot. In this case, I think I would have liked to have the 2-ball stay on the table. If you make the 1, not guaranteed to have something on the 3-ball. guess he was trying to get distance. Hopefully getting the one behind the 4. Didn't get it. See, he wasn't really trying to make the one ball, I believe. But an opener for Mark if he chooses to go aggressive on this. Could hold the cue ball, which makes the shot more scary, or could go 2 rails, trying not to run into the 3 ball. And just like that, nice shot. Basically one more good shot if he can get the cue ball in the center of the table. And after, not much work to do. Chose to play 2 rails, felt like he couldn't hold the cue ball, which is fine, just a slightly longer 4 ball. A little bit more angle on the 7 than he might have liked. Can play to the left side of the 8. Could also play with right spin and check the cue ball off the rail. But I believe, yeah, nicely done. I was gonna say the speed was the scariest part. If you bounce a little bit too much off the rail. So don't mind the score in the bottom. This is to take a 2-0 lead. Yep, 2-0 Mark MAGI. The only Estonian player still in the field. There were a couple of them running quite deep into this event. For example, there is Maciol Rehepap. He got himself to the last 32. Of course, Dennis Grape, who got beat by his friend Mark MAGI in the last 48 players, I believe. It's a loser qualification round. Well, you gotta say, Mark does hit the break quite thin. If you look at the cue ball, it goes pretty low. Made the 1 ball and still a pretty decent spread. Might have to make the 2 and bump the 9. Yeah, just like that. Has he opened up the corner for the 4? I believe he did. And this is still tricky. That 5 ball, you can actually miss on this pocket right now. Because the 5 ball is not in between the jaws. So if you try to pocket the 3 and you hit the 5, it might hang up both balls. Okay, this was the risky part of the shot. Well, that was always a tricky part. Opted to play a safety. Nice shot. He's looking pretty strong so far, Mark MAGI. Some good decisions. Not scared to shoot whenever it's open and playing smart when things get tricky. And Daniel looking at a 2-rail escape. There is a big scratch off the right side of the 4, so not ideal. Well, he managed not to scratch. So nice effort from Daniel Maciol. Was actually really tough to hit that outside of the 4 and not scratch. But another good safety shot from Mark MAGI. Little easier solution here for Maciol, but still, there's quite some ways you can sell out on this. See, he spun the cue ball, 2 rails, and because he got that close to the 8, he's blocking, kicking over the other short rail. So a decent hit from Maciol. Is he gonna get a little luck? Yeah. I mean, basically he played a good speed on this 4 ball, knowing that if he was gonna hit the inside, he was either gonna make it or create some separation. And there was 3 balls to get lucky behind, so now I'm wondering, there might be a 2-way kicking over the short rail. The 9 does get close to the side. And you could make the 4 off the 9 in the side pocket as well. Yeah, beautiful shot, really. Wow. Some good stuff by Mark MAGI. Look at this 4 shot. Right in the heart of the pocket. And I completely agree. I mean, what else could he have done from that position? Really tough to get it safe. A quite aggressive style of player, but you can see he takes deliberate decisions. Good cue ball control. Made that look easy. Had to make sure to leave himself a nice angle on the 8. Running too far would have been disastrous. I know this one is tricky. Oh, and if things go right, they go right. It was quite sloppy on the 8. But in the end, it's the only thing that matters is he ran out. He's got an early lead, 3-0. Well, on the other side, it's not like Daniel has been making a lot of mistakes. Just missed that jump earlier after the break. He had to make something happen. So nothing to worry about from his side. Better break. And what is the 7 ball doing? Or did the 8 come right in between? Pretty decent break. It's just that I don't think the balls are really running his way at this point. Also, the cue ball is on the rail. So if he can make the 1, the best thing he can do is run into the 7 and take a long 2 ball. I just don't believe he can get the cue ball out unless jacking up or maybe play inside, but there's no future. So is he going to bend around the 8? No, he's going to play a stop shot behind the 7. This is a better choice. Showing that he can be patient, which some of the players, they would feel like they would have to at least try to cut it in, or masse or do something special. He found a pretty simple solution. So one real kick at this. If he catches it half ball, good things that could happen. And he's played that pretty good as well. He's got the cover. Just if he can get rail first on the 1 ball, that would be good news for Daniel. If he has to go over the short rail, that would be the bad news. If he can masse around the 3, kick and stick on the 1, send the 1 ball up table, and there's a lot of good things that can happen. The cue ball could end up behind the 3-5. Cue ball could stop right there. This might be the worst thing that could happen. Well, the worst thing that could happen was leaving the 1 ball in front of the corner. But his intention was not to make the 1 in the corner. And he's hooked himself. And this one is slightly tougher to get safe. A lot of open space and no way to get the cue ball back, maybe underneath the 3 and the 5. So he's going to jump bank. Well, he's missed it, and another chance for Mark MAGI. It's not an easy shot. Gotta say, we'll have to show something special. Could choose to play safe. Well, he missed that by quite a bit. Basically given this rack to Daniel. Could have chosen not to shoot. Especially with where the 3 ball is. If you feel it was quite difficult to get nicely on the 3, why not just wait? Still need to do some basic traveling. If he gets to the center of the table on this. Basically any angle would be okay for the 6 ball. Just the main thing to get to the 7 is don't get straight. Try to get some angle running towards the short rail, then it's easy to come back out for the 8 in the top right corner. Yeah, I gotta say, small gift from Mark to Daniel here. But we'll be giving some confidence as well to Daniel. It's always a start to a new story. Potential comeback. Again, made the 1 ball in the side. Does need a little luck to get on the 2 ball. And he did not. tricky push out to play, just because there is a possibility for a carry maybe on the 9 or an open shot on the 2 ball. If you leave Daniel in the corner where he's aiming at, if he spares the 2 ball in and stops the cue ball on the 9, then he can make the 3 ball as well. So he's going to push for a jump. Might be his best option, really. Is he playing jump bank on the 2 ball? No, he went for the 2-way. And no. Yeah, 9 ball got awfully close to still be going to the side. It was a good effort. Just overcut balls. Let's see what he can make of this 2 ball. Not an easy opener. He's got a small angle running to the left, so might have to run into the 3 ball. I didn't really see much. Struck that nicely. It's just that the position on the 3 ball was going to be the biggest challenge, and now he is looking at cutting it in the side, trying to beat the kids on the 8, but that's such a small window. Yeah, missed the 3 ball and scratched. I'm not exactly sure if this was the right shot. Very opportunistic to try to find a window between the 8 and the rail. That might have cost him to miss the ball as well, so another gift for Daniel if he runs out. Six ball to the corner. Nice shape, nice and straight. Just float the cue ball forward. Maybe alpha diamond or a diamond. Well, that's also one of Daniel's strengths, is when the balls are in the open and he's got plenty of room to maneuver. You don't really see him make any odd mistakes. Like, you're pretty safe to say, well, he's going to run out here because he's got plenty of room to maneuver himself. So 3-2. But it's quite a good pace they're playing at. Of course, they haven't been having too many breaker runs because they don't get any shots after the break. But we've been 20-25 minutes in, 5 games. It's not a bad average. I believe we have more Estonian fans here. It's still quite early, so nice to see that some people took the effort to come over and support their local hero, MAGI. ball flying in. The one ball caught the point. But he does have a shot. It's a little longer one ball, but if he can stop the cue ball, at least he has a chance on the 2-4 combo, or maybe a little bit of draw. Now it looks like if he makes a 2-4 combo, the 2 is just slightly going to bump off the long rail. Similar to what the cue ball is going to do. So just low left will work. The biggest challenge might be getting from the 3 ball to the 3 to the 5, excuse me. Yeah, might have to draw back and play a big stroke shot on the 3 ball. Or take a medium length cut shot on the 5. But I don't mind playing the draw, the super draw shot on the 3 ball, long rail, and back out for the 5. Oh, he went to go to the short side, and he's got quite awkward right in front of the side pocket. That side pocket point does come into play. Small little details which can throw you off sometimes. See, it's not a very comfortable shot. Of course, he still has a chance and could go top right, could go one rail straight down to the short side of the 5. Well, he did play top right, almost scratched. But that worked out. That certainly worked out. Got the point of the corner, which actually helped him to get to the other side of the 5 ball. A little shorter on this 7 ball. Needs a big shot here. Only goes to the side. Is he going to play top spin and run into the 9, or is he going to draw his way out of it? Caught it a little thinner. Not that much draw, so might be another opportunity coming for MAGI. Was always going to take a little gamble on that 9 ball to get shape on the 8. He's trying to get the 9 in between. Did he get the full 9 in between? It's a pretty good effort. Now, if there is a lot of balls on the table, sometimes it doesn't matter that much if you get the hook or not. But especially in the phase they're in now, if you get the full hook, your opponent cannot play something similar like this and get lucky. That's exactly what happened. believe there's... Well, there is a cut on the 8, but it would be crazy if he played a cut. Those are tricky shots. Might has to play the jump bank. I know how well these youngsters in general jump, and it's not a full ball jump over the 9. Is he going to play the cut, 2 rails, and bring the cue ball back up? Oh, he went for the cut. Oh, wow. Talking about aggressive. What a shot from there. So 3 each, we have a match. What a cut on the 8 ball from Daniel Maciol. Just look at this. Of course, he knew he was gonna just take a risk on the 9 and hopefully get something after. But he felt so trapped that he had to swing at something. That's also a dangerous thing with these young players, is that they rather lose trying than lose ducking. So if they had played safe, 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 and they lost the game because of that, they feel they never tried. Well, in this way, it definitely worked. If you look at this break, nice 2 balls. Cue ball got kissed. But still, nice result. Has a 2 ball in the corner. Oh, and he's missed the 2 ball. Oh, wow. Just wondering also, he did play top spin and try to get to the other side of the 3. I feel he could have stunned the 2. At least hit the ball. So slowly things are starting to look a lot better for Daniel. Does have a little tricky shot here on the 2, just because of the scratch, but I believe if he cheats the pocket a bit, I believe he can beat the scratch. Tick, low right, soft draw. The right spin, you can catch the 2 ball thicker. It will still throw the 2 ball in, just like that. And especially those games, those are the ones you kind of have to finish if you want to make a chance to get to the quarterfinals. Just because if you don't run out, the balls are spread so nice, the other guy is most likely to run out. Let's see if he plays 2 rail position around the 7 for the 6 in the side. Top right. Nicely done. Nice little angle on the 6 ball. Not sure if he has enough angle to travel maybe into the short rail and come back out. But if he hasn't, he can draw the cue ball just a bit. Either way was going to be fine. Like I mentioned, if the balls are wide open, this young man knows his way around the table. Does not make too many mistakes in general. Soft draw, center of the table. Four, 3, Daniel Maciol wins 4 on a spin. Also, if you look at Magi's facial expressions and his body language, he's kind of showing Daniel that he's not feeling it at the moment, that maybe he's a little bit tense. So that might also be giving Daniel some confidence. Wreck number 8, Daniel Maciol to break. 2 balls in the same corner. Does he get something off the 1? I don't think so. Is he going to play the bank on the on the 1? It's quite aggressive. I would like to cut the 1 into the 6 and bring the cue ball 2 rails behind the 4-9. Unless he fancies to cut the 1 ball. Does come with a high reward, but is missable. Yeah, he's overcut it. So, good chance for Mark MAGI. A little bit of traveling to do. Back up table for the 3 ball. And we'll need a decent angle to go back down table for the 4 ball. Well, chose to play super draw. Not sure. I don't really think this worked out for him. Obviously was gonna try and get to the other side of the 3 ball. So safety behind the 6. It's a quite difficult position where the 3 ball is. Not to hit, but you also need to get a nice separation. MAGI could have done a little better by sticking the cue ball closer to the 6 to take away this 1 rail. Pretty full hit. A little bit lucky with how the 3 ball ended up. But like I mentioned, if MAGI's safety was a little bit better, Maciol would not have been able to be lucky. And this is a quite aggressive safety shot, using the 6 to take the speed of the 3 ball. Turned out to leave an open shot for Daniel, but the shape on the 4 ball is quite the challenge. Can he make the 3 with top spin and get to the short side of the 4? No, he's playing with draw. He's gonna try and draw all the way back. ball. He just rubbed that 9 ball. Most of the time players would scratch off the 9 because the scratch is quite big if you catch the ball on that side. Well, it kind of worked out for Daniel. It did look like he could cheat the pocket on the 4. From this angle at least. But it's also missable if you cheat it just a hair too much. The ball stays up and you sell out, so... Yeah, nicely done. Yeah, and Daniel on his way to win 5 games in a row. And not without any help. Because this young man here, MAGI, definitely has had a couple opportunities to make something happen. But he just simply hasn't. Rack number 9 and the cue ball flies off the table. And this is a little bit careless. The main reason this happened is because he's been breaking quite thin. So if he starts to put more power in the break and starts hitting him thinner and thinner, well, the cue ball might be flying a bit. That's what happened. Seven balls on the table, just how to get to the 3 ball, that's a good question. It's not easy at all. Could play for the 3 ball in the left side pocket. Could also play the 1 and run into the 7. Take the cut on the 2. Curious to see what he's going to try. If he's going to play position next to the 5 ball, it's his only window to make the 3 in the corner pocket, the obvious way. But it's very speed demanding. Did he get there? Yeah, he did get there. Perfect speed. Nice shot from Maciol. He was clearly running away with this match. One real shape for the 9, possibly 2. Yeah, 6-3. Maciol breaking and just wondering why MAGI is looking so... Well, maybe a combination of tired and bored. He actually had a lot of initiative going up 3-0 and was looking good. Just mentally, he's been quite hard on himself. Made maybe 1 or 2 mistakes, and after I've only seen him with big size and yeah, just a different body language. And of course, I'm here to watch a close match as well. I'm not here to see Daniel win 9-3. Would be nice to have a close match. So Daniel Maciol breaking. 10th rack. Yeah, that wing ball. That wing ball did get kissed. Did catch the break a little bit thinner. And usually when you hit the break a little bit thinner, the wing ball gets a little bit less speed and could collide with other balls. Okay, good opening shot for MAGI, who really needs to make something happen. I feel also that he's now starting to loosen up a bit. Maybe was playing a little bit too slow, and that's what caused him to make those mistakes. Some players you just tell them to keep shooting. Don't think they have this ability. Yeah, basically the opening shot was the toughest of this rack. After that, pure gift. At least gifted back to MAGI. 6-4. And like I said, when the balls are in the open, in general, both gentlemen, they play fast. They look confident. They're not shy to play a recovery shot if they run out of position a little bit. Now if MAGI can come up with a good break, you know, 6-5 is really not that bad. Of course, he was up 3-0, but you know, there's always momentum swings. You can go up 3-0 and win. You lose the next 2, or lose the next 3, and then you come back and oh, look at the cue ball. Oof. But he's for sure not going to complain. Look at the shape on the 1 ball, making the 3 ball in the corner, the wing ball. So small. Oh, he played topspin. I was gonna say could have played draw. He ran maybe a little further, but might be able to kill the cue ball with a little bit of inside as well for the 4 ball on the side. Needs a good angle on the 5 ball to come back down for the 6. Maybe a little straighter, but like I mentioned, these kind of players, they should not be thinking too much about where they want to end up. Maybe a game or 2, but in the end they should be just going. Just keep going, don't think. Or think fast, just drop down, stay confident. Center of the table on the 8. So 6-5 it looks like. And this is the high gear we seen yesterday against Sufi. Plenty of good things that can happen for him still. It's all about the attitude. And this will put a little pressure on Maciol's break, because the last break was illegal. And now this break is more important than the last break. Of course, they're not constantly thinking about this fact, but somewhere deep in their brain, you will still know that it's 6-5. Oh, look at the cue ball. Oh. Did get a little lucky. Not to scratch, but that's how it goes. Dry break. I think MAGI was a little bit disappointed. So that tells me this one ball does not go. Because if the one ball would be open, he basically has a stop shot on the 1, 2, 3, and 4. So well, it did go. So I don't know why he was looking a little aggravated after that break. Maybe he was wanting to have ball in hand. You never know. That was a good shot on the 2 ball. If he had played too much spin, cue ball could end up behind the 4. Too much stun. It's nice on the 3, and he's starting to feel good again. See, playing good usually comes in 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and then 5 minutes of not so good. Came up a little straighter on this 5 ball maybe than he would have liked to be. Meaning that if he plays a little draw, he can go 2 rails from the 6 to the 7. It's not the easiest shot with where the 8 is, but oh, he even chose to go to the short side. I like what he's done there. Guaranteed a half angle, stays away from the ball, so yeah, this is quite some comeback here. Of course, it's also Maciol who gave him that space to come back as well. 2 dry or illegal breaks in a row. So we are going from 3-0 MAGI to 6-3 Maciol. To go 6 each now. It's a race to 9. So we are slowly getting to the crunch time. That's why Maciol decided to leave the arena for a bit. Take a timeout. Of course, could also be to get a refreshment, to go to the restroom. See, he's got 5 minutes to regain some focus. And maybe even better, making sure that MAGI gets a little bit cold. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if Maciol stays away the full 5 minutes. Let's see what players have qualified for the quarterfinals so far. Niels Vijen beat Stefan Kasper 9-1 in the last 16 to get to his quarterfinal. Stefan Batkowski beat Francisco Diaz Pizarro 9-6. Felix Vogel, young upcoming star from Germany, beat Ole Rutshaven 9-4. Other matches going on. Dutchman Yannick Pongers is down 8-3 to Mikkel Ugaard from Norway. Jose Delgado from Spain is 6 each with Mats Schetne. Close match as well. Radislav Babica and Pisklov from Germany. Pisklov now leading 7-4. He's been doing quite well in a couple Eurotour events, so wouldn't be surprised to see Pisklov at the business end again. Same thing for Piers Labudis. He's now down 7-6 to João Grillo from Portugal, but has been showing good form lately, so it's another name that I would not be too surprised about if I see him in the last 8, maybe last 4. But for now, Daniel Maciol is back. Mark MAGI is breaking, 6 each. Yeah, he's made 2 balls on the break. Just again, look at the cue ball. It hops, and just because the cue ball starts jumping, it tracks forward. So I would say not so great cue ball on the break, but still making 2 balls, getting 1 in the kitchen, so it's a legal break. Yeah, no shot on the 3, so tough decision. Has to be careful. Most of the spots on the table he would leave an open shot or maybe a bank to the side. Oh, this is tempting. I don't think the bank is on. I think the cue ball is tracking to the right side of the table and no future to get to the 4. Unless he plays it the scary way and soft, which is not everybody's piece of cake. Does have a big chance to leave MAGI safe. I do like thinning the 3 ball and bring the cue ball behind the 7-8. A little bit where it is now and send the 3 ball up table a bit. Could also bank the 3 ball 1 rail up table behind the 6 on top. and maybe run into the 5 ball with the cue ball, or play the cue ball 3 rails behind the 7. Plenty of options. Oh, there might be a window. And if there's not a window, there might be small messe, a jump bank. I think I do like the messe. If you catch the ball, half ball, play the opposite sides, pretty good chance. He's looking at banking the 3 ball back over. Or maybe even making the bank. Yeah, I just didn't really see that much value in it. If he had hung the 3 ball, Maciol would have had a good chance on the 3. And making the 3, I don't really see any chance getting on the 4. So the jump cue is out. Or I believe he's going to jump this. Needs a little luck or needs a spectacular shot, really. Don't think. Well, the jump is tough as well. Doesn't have much room to land the cue ball in between the 7 and the 4, so it might hop over the 4. So he needs to land quite far. Pretty good effort. Does he get lucky? No, he does not. Pretty decent jump. Did not really hit it that bad. Just, yeah, basically he's losing this game because he's played the bank on the 3 ball. Nicely around the corners. Perfect angle on the 6 to come back down table for the 7. Probably 2 rails, twice the long rail. Could also go directly towards the 9, but I'd rather stay away from bumping the balls. Could have done with a little bit speed, a little bit more. Of course, can still play cue ball in the center of the table and shoot the 8 and the 9 in the corner. It's a good recovery, but I'm sure he would have liked to be a little straighter on the 7. Well, this match has been quite the roller coaster so far. (7-6), Maciol leading. Last couple breaks Maciol did were not exactly the results he was hoping to get. So he's changing sides now, breaking from the other side. Made the 1. He's got shape on the 2. Only thing that could bother him is that the 6 ball looks tough to get on. Only goes in bottom side pocket and the top corner. Ran a little bit further on this 3. Might have to play forward, 2 rails, long rail, short rail to come back where he is now. Or low right, 1 rail back down where he is now. I was not doubting him to get to the 4 ball, the 5 ball. The main thing I'm doubting him to get to is that 6 ball. Now, how is the angle on the 5? I think it's pretty decent. There's a couple options. Could play towards the short rail, the other short rail, behind the 9. Could also try to fall right in between the 9 and the 6, but I believe it's more tricky. Well, he did. How is he ending up? He's got a shot on the 6. Might have to play with a little stun follow. Or play in the side and work a little bit more with the cue ball. He's looking at floating the 6 in and getting the cue ball to the side. Yeah, so he had plenty of options there. So this is a big game as well. It's to get on the hill first. Now the big question is MAGI going to be very aggressive and try to open it up? Possibly 2 rails into the 9 and the 8. If he does not hit the balls, he will not be able to see the 2. Played it 1 rail. How does he end up? Not good. I like the route he chose. In general, we'll have better results. It's just that the 8 skimmed the 2 ball. It looks like he can play thin on the 2 ball. I don't think he can reach it. Referee Danilo Hebestreit, EPBF referee, checking the shot. Did run into the 8, but I actually think the 8 ball does help MAGI in this case. It's blocking most of the kicks. Don't think there's a window. Well, he might be able to find a window between the rail and the 8 and then check the cue ball with right spin. Very sensitive shot as well. If he has a decent contact on the 2, that 9 ball may go for a spot in the quarters. No, too much check on the cue ball. So another lifeline for Estonia's last hope. And if he manages to run out here, it's just a matter of what Maciol will do on his own break. Quite a confident shooter, MAGI. Can go forward softly. Oh, just wondering why did he not use that long rail? Just go top spin. Quite risky, but just got there. So we'll have 8-7 on the board. It's all going to depend on how Maciol is breaking. Anything can still happen. MAGI, who was down 7-3 against Dennis Grabe yesterday, also managed to climb back 7-3 and 8-6. Let's see what Maciol can do on the break. Big moment. Makes the wing ball. Makes the one ball, but no shot on the two. The rack is wide open. 2 balls on the break, 1 in the kitchen. So, legal break. Could be pushing to a jump behind the 9. Right there. Might be his best option. 2 ball is so wide open. Anywhere else you push out, might leave a shot. So yeah, I also feel you have to take this also. Oh, he gives it back. Okay. He said, I am not gonna bother at all. I mean, it's risky because make the jump and you're out. If you don't make the jump, the 2 ball could be ending up behind the 6, 9 or the 8. So a little luck could be involved. Oh, he did make the 2. Nice effort, but just did not get on the 3 ball. Yeah, played too much draw. Can you imagine nowadays players using too much draw on the jump shots, while back in the days or last couple of years, players always have struggled to put spin on the jumps. It's the equipment that's becoming better and better. Yeah, I feel his best shot is to thin the 3 ball and bring the cue ball back down 2 rails. I think he's looking at bringing the 3 ball down and get the cue ball behind the 7, but this is so close. He might have sold out. He might have just barely got the hook. I think he sold out. I really don't like the shot he's just played. Yeah, I don't know why MAGI was complaining again. Just because he could kick at it, at the 3 ball over the long rail. Might make it, might get it safe behind the 5. If the 3 ball goes, it's a great chance. So now he is looking at kicking, so I do imagine the ball does not go. Nicolas Peso, another EPBF referee. Decent hit, was hoping to get it a little bit safer than it is now. Now is Maciol going to play the safety behind the 5? Bank the 3 ball over to the left long rail. Always making sure the 6 and the 9 are in between, and maybe get behind the 5 would be, I believe, a match winner. He might be playing the other way around. Oh, he did not get it. Was playing for the small window on the 7. Checked up over the 7. It's covered by the 6 or the 9. Yeah, nice shot. He's got it. And most of the kicking is blocked for sure. So it's always a little bit scary to jack up over the ball and then play the correct thickness. It was easy to sell out actually, that shot. So is he playing in between the 6-9, 2 rails? Good cue ball. Both players just hanging in there at this point. Oh, gotta say, I do like the jump. If you make the 3, so many good things that can happen. If you don't make the 3, you might still get lucky to get the cue ball safe. One big shot could help MAGI to get on the hill as well. Okay, he did put the jump cue away. So he's looking at kicking 2 rails. I don't mind it. Just gotta make sure you hit the 3 full in the face, and I definitely make that sound easier than it is. How is the 3? Yeah, 3 ball is looking pretty decent. Nice back and forth safety battle. Maciol looking at the bank. Just not sure. No, he decided to go for something else. Is he banking to the other corner? Oh, look at this for a shot. And did he get shape on something? I don't think he did, but that cue ball is going to be wedged in between the short rail and the 8. What a moment to come up with a shot like this. Didn't even touch the sides of the corner. Yeah, if he catches the right side of the 5 ball, the cue ball could end up behind the 8. But needs such precise kicking. Oh, and he's got it. What a shot. Kicking masterclass from MAGI. Just look at this. 1 rail, catching the right side of the 5 ball. The cue ball behind the 8. Of course, he's acting like he's won the World Championships almost. But it is a big moment. This could save him the match. Another containing kick from Maciol. Now let's see, MAGI does have the 2-rail bank on this 5 ball and could bring the cue ball behind the 7. He played it the other way. He's played a good shot again. There's some good safeties. Don't think Maciol has an edge on the 5. Could go 2 rails. Hopefully catch the 5 ball full in the face, but small window. I might like 1 rail better, but he's found the window. Gotta say, it's actually a pretty good hit. It's just that he's left the opportunity for MAGI. Yeah, it's a big shot. It's not a hanger, this. Jacked up draw, 6 inside. Cheat to pocket with top spin. 2 rails forward. Oh, beautiful shot. Chose to play the 6 in the bottom right corner. Still managed to get the cue ball off the rail at least. Now, is he straight enough to miss the 9? Or if he feels he is running towards the 9, could play with extra draw. Oh, and he's missed the 6. Try to force some angle, and he might have got unlucky. Or I mean, it depends. Maciol might be able to cut the 6 ball in and travel 4 rails by the cue ball. Could also thin the 6 ball. Thin and bring the cue ball behind the 7 and the short rail. Of course, he's not able to cut the 6 ball because he's a lefty, left-hander. Difficult to reach. Play this soft, try to get behind the 7. I didn't like the shot that much. And now if MAGI can thin this 6 ball, very thin. Cue ball behind the 9. No, did not get behind the 9. No bank shot on the 6. Maciol not scared to shoot in general, so gotta make sure you don't leave him chances like that. Yeah, I was looking at maybe playing it with a little bit of left spin to widen the angle. Wall up on the 7. At least he's got the hook. Not exactly sure what he was looking at, but I think I like going 1 rail, send the 6 ball down table. He's going 2 rails. Decent shot. has left a chance on the 6. Just got it a little bit thinner probably than he wanted to. But now we are going to see a special skill, because it's not easy after playing, how many innings? They might have had 10 innings worth of safeties to then make this long shot, get perfect shape and just run out. There's a scratch also. Well, he's made the 6, and how is the cue ball? That cue ball is perfect. 3 balls remaining, and basically the 6 ball was the key shot. Two bills, position for the 9 in the side. 2 balls remaining for a spot in the quarterfinals. So Daniel Maciol survives. A little scare here against MAGI. He advances to the quarterfinals, which will start soon. So make sure you stay tuned. And hopefully we'll see you then. Thank you.
Ma lihtsalt näita mulle, kuidas see nagu paberite järgi käib. Kuidas? Jäta mulle siit seif.